Hive-minded perpetrators are masters at framing innocent individuals into looking like you're the problem, but they're not. All right. There are plenty of people who will try to make it seem like you're the problem, and you're really not. All right. This is just another ploy, another attack to try to get you to look like someone that is a troublemaker. All right. They know that you have a good heart and a good spirit, and they know that you're a positive person. But the one thing that they try to do is, like, they're demons, and they're going to try to get you to be seen as one as well. All right. And to truth be told, they really just don't like you because you have an angelic spirit, and they see that you are on the good side. All right. It's good versus evil, right? So the reason why they do this is because they don't like you, and you're a good person. You don't have an evil spirit. So what evil is going to do is evil is going to try to flip the script. All right. Evil is going to try to make you think that you're evil and that you're doing something wrong. So that way, you get caught up, you make a mistake, you even get upset over what they're doing. Take that to lunch and put it on your tray and eat it. All right. They want you to feel that you're a bad person, you're a troublemaker, and they want other people to feel that same way about you. And most likely this is someone that is either a troublemaker, someone that's destroyed their life already, someone that has ruined themselves, all right, to the point of no return. All right, sometimes people will ruin their life, and they they try to bring some other people down with them. So you might be at work, you might live in an environment, you might have even made some friends of some people who have ruined their life and that are unhappy and that are just mad the way that things are going. So it's like what they'll try to do is they'll try to frame you. All right. You won't be doing anything, of course, and you don't do anything to others. It's like you just leave people alone. If anything, people know about you by now. You leave people alone. All right. Anyone that you talk to, you may mess with, or you may joke around with, but that's because y'all are buddies. That's because y'all are cool. All right, y'all are on that level, and the way you joke around with people is, it's harmless. So you never say anything that is just gonna be totally flat out disrespectful. All right. Without anyone being able to say that back to you, without y'all just laughing it off and keeping it moving. But there are people who like to see the worst situations happen for people. There are people who like to see the worst come out of people. So you really have to be careful. You really have to be careful. All right. Because when people try to frame you and make you seem like you're a bad person, they're coming for your job, they're coming for your money, all right, they're coming for your peace of mind, they're coming for your respect, your integrity, your morals, they're coming for how you provide for yourself, how you might feed your family. And some people, some people, they don't have any friends, people don't like them, how they feel about themselves is all they have. So it's like if you don't have any friends and if people don't like you, you're unable to make friends at work, you're unable to get people to like you out at your job, or pretty much, if you're a targeted individual and you stay to yourself because people act crazy around you and you're tired of figuring out why, so you just stay to yourself because people are strange and they're already weird enough without you having to, bring any challenges for them into the mix. So it's like, why not just stay to myself? Because I know I won't do myself dirty. And if I do, at least I know it's me and I could correct it. All right. So people will try to flip the script and make you feel like you're a bad person. But when you don't have anyone to talk to and you don't have any friends and you see other people have friendships, relationships, when you see people are able to get along with other people because they're evil and they could fit in with each other, that's a very frustrating thing because it's like I'll never be that. So it's like, will I never have friends because I'm not an a-hole, or I'm not evil, or I'm unable to fit on that frequency? So it's like the one thing I do have is, I have my integrity. I have how I feel about myself. I have a positive self-image. Excuse the noise campaigns. All right, they're aware that I'm back here making videos now, so they want to try to distract me or upset me or try to ruin my message, but I'm not gonna let it happen. But it's pretty annoying when that's all you have left, and there are people who want to take everything from you. All right, and this is what they do to people who they target. They take everything from them. All right, they take their peace, they take their money, they take their jobs, they take, the little bit of friends they have. All right, they want you to be left with nothing because you have God in your life, and that's your everything. All right, they want you to be left with nothing because that divine spark within you that God placed in the center of you, that makes your heart pump, that's your everything. All right. So, there's a different energy in you, and there's definitely a different energy in them. All right. So, they're hive minded. They all have this mentality to gang up on people who have a spark within them that's unlike what they have. They don't have that divinity. They don't have that, that they don't have that presence, all right, that you possess. So the one thing they'll do is, they will mob you, they'll gang up on you, they'll form groups against you, and they'll try to make you appear to be someone that you're not, all the while knowing that you're a really great person. All right. And they try to destroy really great people because really great people have a powerful influence. Really great people are able to change minds, are able to change lives, are able to change their own life, change their own mind. All right. Really great people are influential. They make people feel good. All right. They could get a whole bunch of people to band against something if it's not right. So you're definitely a conflict of interest, because if you can get enough people to realize and see what's going wrong, and you could lift morale, and you could change some minds, and put a different spirit in some people, then, like I said, that's a conflict of interest. A lot of people who were doing things behind the scenes, or doing shady activities or nefarious activities, they would get exposed, and that's not what they're trying to do. You being around them exposes them. So that's why they have to put you out to be what you expose them to be. Your mere presence is exposing this person to be fake. All right. People are seeing that this person isn't real. People are seeing that this person is phony, and that this person um, doesn't really appreciate people like that. All right. And for the longest time, I always thought I was fake, but it's just that there are a lot of fake people out there, and fake is the new real. So you're not fake if you're real, but fake people, if you're real, will try to make you feel fake because they're not real. All right. So they can't be real, and they can't come to terms with how they feel towards you. So the next best thing is to just eliminate you, get you off the presence, or bring your spirit down, so that way they feel more comfortable in your presence and around you. So that way, they don't have those insecure feelings that come up out of them as soon as y'all start interacting. But let's keep going. All right. They want you to be looked at as a troublemaker when you're not. All right. You're probably the furthest thing from a troublemaker, but you're not going to cause trouble if someone's bothering you. Like, their version of you causing trouble is you standing up for yourself. You standing up for yourself, that's causing trouble for them. All right. You wanting to be a better person, that's causing trouble for them. You not standing for their manipulation and their abuse, that's trouble for them. So it's like the minute that you don't take how people treat you, they're going to look at you like, oh, this person is a conflict of interest. This person is a problem. oh, what's the issue here? And like people will know. People will know that you're getting treated badly. People will know that you're getting bullied. People will know that, people are trying to misuse you and abuse you, and they'll just expect you to sit there and take it. And when it's covert, when it's something happening that you can't really put your finger on or point out or explain, it becomes frustrating, because it's like, how can I get this worked out? How can I stop this? How can I get this exposed? You go to the HR people, you try to get the problem resolved, and it's like, oh, well, we'll move you around, or we'll try this, or we'll talk to this, or we'll try and fix this. And it's something that just never gets fixed. The only thing that happens is you end up losing your job, or you end up being moved to a different position, or you end up getting some different hours, which really doesn't help you at all, because the only thing that is not working out is this person that's affecting you negatively. And when they switch you around, if they switch you around and there are some people who have that same mentality, that hive mind mentality, all that's going to do is put you in a new position around some similar people. So you're going to continuously have the same problem, just in a new area, to where now people are looking at you like you're the problem, or like you messed up, or like you're the troublemaker. So yes, you definitely do not need coworkers who will be behaving in that manner. And they're doing it to try and shut down how how you operate, how you move. A lot of people will be paying attention, close attention to you, and you don't realize how much of a problem it is. Like, all you may look at it as, well, I have some ramen noodles, I have a sandwich, I have something to eat. I'm just riding my bike to work every day, or I'm driving my Lexus and I'm pulling up to this job and I'm getting out in my suit, and I look clean and nice every day, or like whatever your life entails. But people are looking at it more than that. All right, people are looking at people are thinking of you getting ahead. People are looking at you like you're about to take over the company. People are looking at you like you could possibly take their position. So it's best for them and how they operate to turn you into someone that doesn't look like they need to be there, someone that looks like a problem. And that's what they're trying to paint you out as. They want to paint you out as the problem, when they're the bully, when they're the person who is the jerk. All right, so they could move you to another position, they could put you someplace else. But if that same spirit is there, if that same narcissistic personality is there, what is that going to do for you? It's going to do absolutely nothing. And then when you get moved from this different position to another position, and people continuously, have that same attitude and that same spirit towards you, mob you around the job, cut you off from where you're trying to go, stand in your way and act like they don't see you. Like, people are being covert aggressive. All right, so they're basically letting you know they don't like you, but in an uneasily detectable way, an uneasily unidentifiable way. So imagine someone not liking you, but doing little covert, sneaky tactics to let you know that, what, they don't like you. And it's not a matter of people liking you. People don't have to like you, but a respectable person will not like you, but will just stay out of your way. All right, someone who truly doesn't like you will just leave you alone. And that's why these people love you just as much as they hate you. It's not a love-hate thing necessarily. I mean, it's not a they don't like you thing necessarily, because if they didn't like you, honestly, they would leave you alone. People who I don't like, I leave alone. People who I don't like, I stay out of their way. People who I don't like, I make sure they stay out of my way. People who I don't like, I don't want anything to do with them. They don't want anything to do with me, and we all leave each other alone. All right, but the people who actually say they don't like you, but they're BSing, those are the people that constantly keep popping up in your reality. All right, if somebody doesn't like you, why would they watch you? If somebody doesn't like you, why would they continuously be all up in your face and having problems with you? People who I really don't like, I stay out of the way. These people have a love-hate relationship with you, and they like you, but at the same time, they don't like you. All right, so what they try to do is, because they like you and they don't like you, it causes them to be confused. It causes them to just, be flat out demonic, and it causes them to want to get you up out of your spot, want to get you up out of that situation, wanting to get you look like the bad person. So it's like they don't like you, but they like you, because anybody that doesn't like you, they would just be out of your face and they wouldn't want anything to do with you. But the fact that they don't like you and they like you is causing them to be all up in your face, play all these games, be annoying to you, and you kind of just have to sit there and take it. But, you'll end up looking like the problem if you go from one area, find a problem with this person, go to another area, find a problem with that person. Sooner or later, they're going to look at you like you're unable to work with people, you're unable to resolve conflict, you're not the type of person they want at their company. Meanwhile, they just have a bunch of ignorant, a-holes working for them, that they just have this system of a-holes. All right, there is a system of a-holes at every job, with people who are low vibrational, with people that don't like good, positive people, because, they're jealous of them and the fact that their life is the way it is. And, you may, however they feel towards you, you could tell, and they all take it out on you, because they're all low vibrational. They all are on that demonic frequency, and they could all on one accord come up against you and try to make things hard and difficult for you. All right, so that's what a lot of us are up against, and we're unaware of it. All right, we're unaware of how to defeat covert narcissistic mobbing at work, from a cauldron of from an organization of witches and warlocks. All right, people who are just outrightfully evil, and people that want to take out other people because they're afraid of this good person. They're afraid of this person reaching success. They're afraid of this person doing their best, and they're afraid of this person passing them up in life. All right, I've had people who would drive past me while I was riding my bike to work, only to let me know that, hey, I drove past you today. I just zoomed right by you. And it's like, why do you need to tell me that? All right, why do you need to tell me? You ride past me every single day. Why do you need to tell me why I'm struggling and I'm riding my bike to work? I'm working towards better. I'm coming to work every day just like you. You're doing something that if y'all were in my position, you wouldn't be caught dead. A lot of people who were in your position, they would kill themselves, and they know they would. All right, they know it's not right. They know they don't want it happening to them, but they turn a blind eye to it, and they act like it doesn't exist. But oh, it does. It's there, and only a few people can see it. Only a few people are going to stand up for it, and one of those few people has to be you. And when you stand up for yourself and you stand up for what's right, they're going to try to point you out and paint you to be a problem, because you're not just okaying and taking and willingly allowing them to give you this abuse. All right, nobody is going to just stand and take this. But it's like, if you're not one of them, and you're not one of these kinds of people, and you haven't been schooled on this type of behavior, how are you going to know what to do? All right, if you don't know these type of people exist, if you don't know that there's this type of spirit out there in the world, how are you going to operate and maneuver around it? It's just like, as far as me making my videos and people trying to make noise in the background because they know I'm out here. All right, it's pretty much like I have to choose to not be upset. I have to choose to not be affected. And when you're at work and you're dealing with certain coworkers, it's like you have to choose to not be upset. You have to choose to not be affected, but not everybody is on that level. A couple years ago, I probably would have ended this video and been mad and just been yelling, screaming, and cursing out here and reacting. But I've grown from that, and I know not to allow myself to be affected by what others do anymore, because I can keep my energy and do something positive with it, versus getting upset at someone else and allowing what they do to affect me negatively. All right. So hive-minded perpetrators are masters at framing. These people are masters at framing. They're masters at trying to make you feel like you're a bad person. They're masters at trying to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. They're masters at trying to make you feel like there's something that you shouldn't be doing, that you're not supposed to be doing. So it pretty much is what it is, right? Like, there are certain people that do certain things and they don't want to be bothered. So before, I was rudely interrupted because, a gang stalker's got to do what a gang stalker's got to do. You know, when you keep showing up a certain place and people are worried about what you're doing because you're out walking around in the woods, you know, you're causing a lot of problems and a lot of issues by being out here and connecting with nature and whatnot. So people are just nosy and they want to see what you're doing. And, you know, you just got to keep it moving. So back to the topic at hand. All right. They will try to make it seem like it's you. All right. They're masters at framing. This person pulled up and now they disappeared. You know, this car was moving. I'm not sure if you all can see that car, but that car by the train tracks was moving. When the last time you seen a car by some train tracks? Anyway, that car was, I mean, there are tracks down here, but that is kind of strange because the car was moving and I'm walking up. And then as soon as I get close to the car, there's no one in the car. There's no one around the car. There's no one in the woods. So, you know, like people do watch people and people do things covertly and people do things to try to make it seem like there's nothing happening, but they are in fact trying to play with you or mess with you some kind of way. So it's like when you work with people like that and you know that's what's happening, you're not going to be in the mood for anybody playing around with you. All right, you're really not going to be in the mood for anyone playing around with you. And it is what it is. I might have to go somewhere else and I'm okay with that. But now this car is there. There's no one there. There's like no person there. So it is what it is. I'll just let that go. But as far as coworkers go, like they want you to be seen as the troublemaker. When you go to report them, when you go to tell them the things that they're doing, when you go to try to, you know, get justice or you go to try to make things work out, what they're going to do is they're going to say, you see, this person is having a problem in all these different departments. This person is having a problem everywhere they go. This person is a problem causer. This person is creating an issue. Speaking up for what's being done to you should not be creating an issue. But what I found out is that they care about certain people and they don't care about others. Like people who are actually good people at jobs, they don't care about. But people who are evil, people who are awful, people who are bad, you know, people who have done terrible things to other people, it's like they get a pass because they're all toxic and they're all evil. Like if you, and no offense to anybody that's you know got locked up or whatever, but if you kill someone, like you stand a better chance of coming back, having a normal life in today's world, all right? Because nobody cares about that. What like the real killers today are people who are killing people with kindness. Like those are the real killers, you know, like people who are, you know, people who kill people, they can come back out and of course people are gonna be like, oh my goodness, you killed a person. But you know, like that person is gonna end up getting more appreciation than a good person. All right, a lot who, you know, especially if that person has been targeted by others. All right, people who go to jail, people who have criminal records, and it's nothing against them, but you know, the people at jobs and things like that, they tend to work in the favor of those who have some type of record, those who, you know, have been to jail and things like that. And the people who have not been to jail, people who don't have a record, people who, you know, and not to say all bad people go to jail and have records. And I don't discriminate people who are locked up. That's not what I'm doing here. I ain't got to explain myself. But what I notice is what I notice at jobs, people who, and I'm not saying they're all evil, but at jobs, evil people tend to treat people who aren't good. Or, and I'm not saying people who get locked up are good, but just from my experience, the people who are bad, that have been locked up, that I end up working with, have always gotten more out of a job than I ever could. But yeah, working around people like that is no good. All right, being involved with people like that is no good. They try to make you seem like you're the bad person. They try to make you appear to be the person that is, you know, the troublemaker, the person that is always, you know, trying to find something wrong or always trying to create a instant between you and another person. And that's just not the case. You're not trying to create any trouble between you and another person. You're not trying to create any issues between you and another person. All right, but it's just people playing games like this person right here. they pulled up and now this person just disappeared. You know, this person is just gone. Like, people like playing with people. People like playing games with people. People watch people more than they should. People hate on others. There's groups of people out there that do it. You know, they're who they are, and we just have to use our mind in such a way to where we don't allow ourselves to even get to the point of name calling. All right, when you get to the point of wanting to call someone a name or call them out their name, that person has upset you. So you have to get to a point to where you just look at them as people. You know, these people behave this way. Don't call them out their name. Don't call them any kind of name. Don't get ignorant. Don't get rude. You know, don't get abusive back. But there's all types of people that are just too nosy and stalkerish, and they feel the need to want to get in everybody's business for every little thing. So it's like, on top of all that, it's a lot that, you know, people have to deal with at work. You have people who are nosy all up in your business. You have people who want you to focus on them, people who are trying to steal your energy. And then on top of that, you have people who are trying to frame you and make you out to be a bad person. So, like, if you're one of these types of people, I definitely feel you should opt for creating your own business. All right. Don't let anybody get in the way of that business. Don't not work on your business, because your business is your life. All right, your business as a targeted individual is everything to you, because it's how you take care of yourself, it's how you pay for things, it's how you provide for yourself, something that nobody else is going to do for you, and something that no one else should do for you. All right, you shouldn't let anybody try to come into your life and do all those things for you, because that's going to make you dependent, and that's going to put you in a situation that's not, you know, conducive for you. All right, so when you have people that are are trying to frame you and trying to make you out to be a person that you're not, like, when all you have left is your character and how you feel about yourself, that gets annoying, because it's like, yo, they literally want you to have nothing, and they want to deprive you of every joy that life has to offer you, because they are just that mad. All right, their life is terrible, and, you know, instead of doing something about it, they want to try to ruin your life because they have to see you at work every day. All right, this is why, you know, every time I step foot on a job site, I get anxiety. You know, it's like I have PTSD from working places. And it's like, a lot of people will wonder why they don't want to work, or they don't want a job, or people think they're lazy. It's like, nah, people have PTSD. Some of us have went to certain jobs, and if you went to a psychologist, she would equate it, or he would equate it to you basically getting back from Iraq, or you basically going to war and having to use your mind in a way where people are playing psychological mind games. And when people are playing these games with you, it's like you really are at war. It's like sometimes you even feel like you want to hurt these people, you know. It's like you feel like you want to do something to them, and they do that for that reason. All right, they want you to throw your life away, go to jail, and ruin your life all over them. They'll take some casualties at war. All right, they'll take the cut, they'll take the whatever, you know, the bodily harm. They'll take that, but don't you go give it to them, because if you do, you're going to be throwing your life away for the purposes of evil, and, you know, like, they're going to win. All right, when people are trying to make you out to be someone like them, you can't let them win. All right, when people are trying to make you out to be someone like them, you can't allow them to win. You can't allow them to get that reaction out of you, where, you know, you'd want to go out, attack them, or retaliate, because you're gonna lose. All right, they have officers helping them, they have judges helping them, they have people in hospitals helping them. Like, this whole thing is set up, you know, to a fine order. All right, they got people helping them all the way down from your local coworker to your shop store owner, your mailman, your EMT, your firefighter, your police officer, your people in higher places, people that work in towns, city council, they're all connected. And a lot of them definitely do all this stalking, because if it's corrupt and somebody may expose them, this is a way that they intimidate them and get them to stop. So it's like, you not being on that higher level. If you are, then you understand. If not, what you're experiencing is just a lower level street sweeper, bottom of the totem pole form of the stalking that's on a higher level. So there are people who are going through this on a higher level. The other movie I saw, like when you watch Beverly Hills Cop, the new one, the girl was trying to save the guy from going to jail because he really didn't do anything wrong. And the one thing that she was able to the one thing that she was able to come up with, they ended up finding her, ended up trying to, they ended up stalking her, ended up getting her in her car, and ended up trying to kill her, or show them that they could kill her. So basically, they just want to try to implant fear in you, so that way you don't, blow the whistle, you don't alert anyone, you don't tell, you don't inform anyone of what's happening. And people can say what they want, people can call it what they want, people can form their own opinion about it all they want. But when something is happening to you, and you're the one experiencing it, and you don't want it to happen, you don't want it to take place, it's like you are the type of person that, it's like, I gotta speak up for my situation, because I don't want these things happening to me. I don't want to continue to have to be bothered with this. I don't want to be bothered by this. I just want to be left alone. I'm not going to allow these people to continue to harass me or bother me or make my life a living hell, just because I'm choosing to be a good person. All right, you don't have to be in fear of what's going to happen to you when dealing with these kind of situations. All right, these people are going to end up learning the hard way, or God's going to end up having someone do something to them. All right, and it just is what it is. But you don't do anything to them. You don't react, because they're trying to make you look like the bad person. You're going to just have to keep fighting, and you're going to have to either find a new job, or you're going to just have to create your own business. All right, because what I find is that when you go to HR, they don't do nothing about this type of stuff. All right, when you go to HR, all they do is either send you to a new department, try to relocate you on the job site, and by that time, other people on the job are going to be communicating with other people and telling them that, hey, we abuse this person, or hey, we play with this person, or hey, you have to attack this person. All right, and they all, what do you think job cliques and organizations and groups, what do you think those things are all about? These people have plots and plans to try to destroy your life, and try to get you from living your life the way it's intended to be. All right, they see you, they see how things are going for you, and they want it to be the exact total opposite. They don't want you to have that good life that you have, and they don't want you to be experiencing a good life. All right, so they have to try to ruin that any way they can. They try to steal everything they can from you, your joy, your peace, your happiness, and they don't want it to be yours. So the one thing that's best for you to do is, get you some books on business, get you some financial literacy books, save you as much money as you can, always keep a job on the side, always have a job hustle, always have a way that you could provide for yourself or take care of yourself, because they want to see you not be able to do that. That's their goal. That's their mission. Excuse me, y'all. Their goal and their mission is to not see a targeted person get to the next stage of life. All right. So a lot of people, you think you've been going through something, you think you've been being held back, but it's possibly people who are trying to cause problems for you, and you haven't been able to avoid it because of getting upset, because of getting angry, because of having people purposely do things to you, and you're trying to figure out why it's happening, and you don't know why. And it's like, you just want to be left alone. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want people all up in your face. And that's normal stuff. It's normal to want to be left alone. It's normal to not want people to harass you. It's normal to want people to just let you be and not make you appear like you're the troublemaker. So it's like, this is why reading books is important. You have to educate yourself on manipulation, so that way you'll know what people are up to, and when they're coming against you, you'll be able to mentally devise a plan and a strategy against them. And until then, you might want to learn, and you might want to study, and you might want to educate yourself, because if not, and if not, then you're not going to be able to be aware of the games that people are trying to play on you, and that's not smart. That's definitely something that is not good for you, and that's going to cause you more bad than good. You definitely want to be aware of Satan and his devices. All right, so this has just been another video on, people and what they do, as far as them trying to make you out to be the bad person when you're not. You're a good person. All right, confide in that and keep praying, all right, that the truth will come to light, and that these devils will get exposed. All right, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. We out.